I mean, like, I think we talked about this like 2 weeks ago, where you have to evolve with the times, right? Yeah. And you have to find a way to garner interest in your sport.
It's like keep up or get left behind.
Yeah, I mean, sports like boxing and chess are lucky that they've had such a good history and a good legacy where that has like kind of carried them a bit in the modern age.
Yeah.
Where they had like a solid fan base.
Yeah.
But obviously, if they want to modernize to a point where they want to bring in a bunch of new viewers, you got to mix it up. And chess is having like a massive renaissance now.
Yeah, I'm happy for chess.
Like chess streamers, the biggest ones are Hikaru's pulling in like plus 25k, I think, a stream. And a bunch of the other bigger ones are pulling in like over 5k viewers on Twitch.
And it's not like,
nuts.
Just because you like pull in new viewers, I feel like that doesn't like dilute, the history that has already been built up, right?
No.
Like people are still going to look back to like the greats of the times,
Yeah,
once they get into it.
there's still the greats going on right now.
Yeah.
It's just people just don't like that they're not the ones that are solely being talked about.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the big things is that I don't know, I might be talking out my ass, but it seems like a lot of the younger generations there's less of a focus on sports, and more people are like getting into like video games and stuff like that. Like we literally talked about how my nephew got bullied because he wanted to play sports, but everyone was playing Fortnite. Whereas when I was growing up,
it was the other way around.
Yeah, it was the other way around. The cool kids were playing sport, and that's why sports had so many eyes on it. And now I think because less kids might be interested in sports, you have to find a new way to appeal to a younger audience. Otherwise, they're just not going to give a shit at the end of the day.
I mean, this is going to sound weird, but I think that video games are now more accessible than sports.
Yeah,
And I
I
think
would say
that's
so.
why they're doing better. Like, if you want to play a game of rugby or football, you need what, like at least 5 aside. You need a lot of people to get that done. You got to go
and
to
a lot of space.
Yeah, a lot of space, right? Like anyone can play a video game on their smartphone or whatever. Anyone can download chess.
Anyone can play Madden.
Yeah, like it's like, a lot of the sports. Like I love swimming, but like finding a swimming pool in Japan is so hard.
Yeah, without paying out the arse, right?
Yeah, and there's not one anywhere near us. And like I don't fucking know where to go. And like
there's like gyms that have them, but you have to pay like $150 a month to access them.
Yeah,
right?
most sports that I liked as a kid, I realized how lucky I was that there was like in the UK you have so many sports centers all around where you can do this. But now I'm like, fuck, it's so hard to do the sports that I want to do and get into it.
Yeah, I want to get back into sports
and get like a newer generation into them, because it's like, I mean, I'm not being funny. How are you going to convince a kid to go, play golf when he can play Mario Golf? It's so accessible, so easy. Like
and the problem is golf looks so boring. I'm sorry, but golf, like I cannot. There are some sports where I'm just like, I do not understand how people can watch this and be entertained, because I've played golf before, because like I used to like live kind of near a driving range, and it's just so I had a period where I just really enjoyed playing golf. It was really satisfying to like smack the ball. Wasn't rich enough to afford my own golf club, so
another barrier to entry.
Yeah, exactly. That's another barrier to entry, but it's really fun to play golf. My God, it's so boring to watch.
I cannot watch a golf game.
I mean, I'm sure the people who are watching this who love watching golf, and I'm sorry to disappoint you.
I'm
that we're not
sorry.
one of those
But there's so many sports like that though. Like I used to play tennis. Like a lot,
tennis
but I cannot sit down and watch a tennis match.
Ooh, I don't know. I can.
Some games are so good, though. But they are long. They are long.
Yeah. They are.
But
very
it's
long.
but I find it just so weird and interesting how like I myself love playing the sport, and yet I can't bear to sit down and watch the sport.
Yeah.
Like you'd think if someone played the sport, they would be just as interested to watch it as well, right? Because they're already doing it.
Because there's like the inverse is also true as well, where I might like have no interest in playing the sport, but I love watching it.
Oh yeah, but like that's more common, I feel.
Yeah, like me with League.
Is that a sport? Ooh.
But yeah, I mean, like for example, I don't know. There's always going to be like massive sports like football.
Oh yeah, it's not.
Which that's not going to go away. That's like too deeply ingrained. But I feel like that's why the Olympics is so weird to me, right? Because you end up watching a load of these sports which you would, in any other circumstances, have no interest in watching, but it's the Olympics. Does anyone want to watch like men's volleyball? Anyone?
I never gave a shit about archery until I watched it at the Olympics. Right? It's like,
there are a lot of sports that are interesting when you have them or you experience them once every 4 years.
Oh yeah.
There are, and your country's kind of in the race, right? Because you got a horse to root for, right?
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
I don't think archery week by week, Monday night archery, You know, you got to build storylines. You got to build up.
The Olympics
characters,
definitely
like,
opened my eyes to like some sports being
like
really fun.
handball. I never fucking saw handball.
Oh my god,
before.
curling!
And curling as
I
well.
fucking love watching curling.
Curling's fun to watch.
I never thought I'd be into it, but I was like, you know what? This is hype as fuck. I don't know why.
Curling is like a Mario Party game that actually got turned into a real sport.
It's like a mini game, but like
Literally.
every round is curling.
Literally, like by accident, they're like, let's just fucking make it real.
Yeah. That's one sport I really want to play, like try out.